Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Dear sisters and brothers across the UK, I hope you're all well. Today I want to talk to you about something very important, something that's affecting countless Muslim families in our communities. I'm talking about nikah-only marriages without civil registration. For many of us, having a beautiful nikah ceremony feels complete. It's our Islamic way, it's what we know, it's what fulfills our religious obligations. But what many don't realize is that this leaves our sisters, our mothers, our daughters, our wives, profoundly vulnerable under UK law. I'm speaking to you today with love and genuine concern. Let's explore together the disadvantages, look at some real cases, and understand what we can do to protect our families. First, let's be clear about what we're dealing with. The nikah is Islam's sacred marriage contract. It's beautiful, it's valid in our faith, and it fulfills our religious obligations completely. No one is questioning that. But here's what UK courts say. They view a nikah-only ceremony performed in the UK as a non-qualifying ceremony. In legal terms, it's not recognized as a marriage. Without civil registration, you're considered legal cohabitants, not spouses. What does this mean practically? It means you have no protection under the Matrimonial Causes Act, no right to spousal maintenance, no pension sharing, no automatic home rights. If there's a divorce, there are no financial remedies available to you. If there's a death, intestacy rules apply, and the woman, not being legally married, is not entitled to any inheritance under UK law. The statistics are alarming. Over 60% of British Muslim marriages are nikah only. We're talking about thousands upon thousands of women who are exposed and vulnerable. And let me be honest with you, women bear the brunt of this. Many are homemakers, raising children, building homes, yet legally they're considered single. Let me walk you through the key disadvantages. These aren't just abstract legal concepts. These are heartbreaking realities affecting real women in our communities. When a nikah-only marriage breaks down, there's no clean break settlement like there would be in a civil marriage. Women have to make claims through something called Tolata, Trusts of Land and Appointment of Trustees Act. That's property trust law. They have to prove they have a beneficial interest in any property by showing their financial contributions. It's hard. It's uncertain. There's no automatic equality like there is in civil divorce. You can get child maintenance through the child support agency, yes, but there's no spousal support. Nothing for you as a wife who may have given up her career, stayed home, raised the children. Here's an even more difficult situation. If you marry someone who isn't a UK citizen and it's nikah only, and he decides to leave, you have absolutely no recourse, no legal leverage. You can't use deportation as leverage to get him to provide support. Women end up deported themselves or stranded with no support system. When it comes to inheritance, nikah-only wives have no spousal rights whatsoever under UK law. Intestacy rules favour blood relatives. If your husband dies without a will, you get nothing, absolutely nothing. Unless he specifically names you in a will, you're left with nothing, despite years of marriage. In a civil marriage, pension rights are shared. Life insurance policies automatically recognise spouses. In a nikah-only marriage, nothing. You're not entitled to any of it. There's another painful reality we need to address. Some men enter into multiple nikah-only marriages, abandoning their first wives who have no legal protection whatsoever. This is happening in our communities. Let me tell you about a landmark case that really exposed these problems. Nazreen Akhtar and Shahbaz Khan had their nikah in 1998. They had 4 children together. They lived as husband and wife for 18 years. In 2016, When Nazreen filed for a divorce, Shahbaz Khan claimed they were not legally married. Judge Williams of the High Court called it a void marriage, valid religiously but defective civilly. He granted her a nullity decree and financial remedies under the Matrimonial Causes Act. But then the Court of Appeal reversed the decision in 2020. They said it was a non-marriage. Nazreen had no divorce rights. She could only make claims as a cohabitant. Despite her contributions over nearly 2 decades, despite raising 4 children, she got nothing substantial. This case confirmed it once and for all. A nikah alone equals a legal non-marriage in the UK, and women are left unprotected. Let me share some other cases using pseudonyms to protect privacy. There's Aisha's story from 2022. She had her nikah in 2005 with a non-UK husband. She spent 15 years as a homemaker, raising 5 children. Then he abandoned her for a second wife. No maintenance, no home rights. She battled with the child support agency, tried to make a talata claim, but couldn't prove enough. She fell into depression and became reliant on benefits. A 2017 study by Civitas, Institute for the Study of Civil Society, looked at 1,000 couples. 60% were nikah-only. The divorced women from these marriages were left penniless. Their children faced instability. Just last year, in 2023, right here in Huddersfield, there was a local case. A nikah-only wife married to a Pakistani husband. He returned home to Pakistan. She was evicted from their property with no legal claims. She got a talaq through a Sharia council, but that gave her nothing in terms of finances or property. These aren't isolated incidents. This is happening in our communities, to our sisters, right now. What we can do, clear recommendations. So what's the solution? How do we protect our sisters while honouring our faith? First and most important, insist on civil registration. You can have both. Nikah plus registry office equals both Sharia protection and legal protection. Some masajid now offer a one-stop service where the imam officiates and a registrar signs the legal paperwork. There's no compromise on your deen here. You're simply protecting yourself in this world while fulfilling your religious obligations. Second, make your mahar and nikah-nama strong. Ensure the mahar is paid promptly. Include asset clauses in your nikah-nama. Think of it as an honourable prenuptial agreement that's fully Islamic. Third, Islamic wills are essential. Make sure you have a proper Islamic will that specifies Sharia distribution while also being recognised under UK law. Clearly state what happens to your personal property. Fourth, our mosques and community leaders must step up. The UK Masajid should make civil registration advice mandatory before conducting any nikah. Hold workshops. Educate the community. This should be part of premarital counselling. Fifth, educate our youth. Our daughters need to know their rights, both religious and legal. Our sons need to understand that providing protection and security for their wives is part of their Islamic responsibility. Brothers, if you truly want to protect your sisters, your daughters, your wives, register your marriages civilly. It's not un-Islamic. It's being responsible. Sisters, you have every right to demand this. Wanting legal protection alongside your nikah isn't showing a lack of faith or trust. It's being smart and responsible. Halal love deserves security, both spiritual and legal. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves justice. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam honored women and commanded men to treat them well. Protecting our sisters through proper legal registration is entirely consistent with Islamic values. We can end this vulnerability in our community. We can protect our sisters, but it requires that we all take this seriously. Our faith teaches us to protect the vulnerable and ensure justice. Let's apply those principles to our own families and communities. May Allah guide us to what is right and protect our families from hardship and injustice. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.